Hello, glorious, frozen, but probably not frozen enough lake. How the hell are you today? You're looking kind of shitty, but after a little more searching, we found something that looked a little bit better. This is lake number 4 that we've checked over the past couple days, and by we, I mean Jordan and I. Him and I always kind of do our early ice fishing stuff together because buddy systems and things and being safe and stuff. And he's the only one dumb enough to do it with me this early. But after all our searching, it finally paid off with this. Not this, not this. And normally, cloudy ice would not be the best ice, but we chiseled some holes actually yesterday, and we found this. Let's see if it's frozen. Yep, frozen to the ice, but that's a good solid 3 to 4 inches. Let's do this shit. All right, well, that weird, creepy part of the intro is already pretty much long enough, but we found Nebraska ice, not too far from home, kind of far from home, about hour and a half or something like that, but worth it. We did our searching yesterday and paid off. I think we might be the first people in eastern Nebraska on ice, so if you're gonna do it, be safe. And yeah, we're gonna be going for just about anything. We marked some fish yesterday, caught a couple small fish, but we're gonna see if we can find some bigger panty fish or bass or I don't know, there's muskies in here, but we might be going after them a little bit harder later. Right now, we just need to get on the damn board, and yeah, enough talking. Let's make this shit happen. And subscribe to Jordan's channel, PAAA POWWW. All right, well, our holes that we chiseled out yesterday are officially not open, so we'll do some work clearing those out, get some baits tied on, and start Nebraska Ice 2020-2021 panty fishing. Pow. Stuff. Thanks. All right, got panty opened up, drilled some holes. Jordan's drilling some more. We're gonna be probably trying to target the muskie, but it's kind of a long shot, so we're gonna be doing panfish first. We just want to get on the board. I'll start recording on Panoptics eventually, but find a good hole, even though this one actually looks like a pretty good hole. Basically just got a small cove. The lake's actually not very big either, but the cove's pretty tiny, and yeah, there's brush piles in here and weeds, and there was some fish. We've always done really bad here on panfish. We've never really been able to figure them out. That's not a panfish. I got something giant coming at me. Jordan, there's a damn giant fish in this hole already. I don't think he's gonna eat my tiny jigging Rap, but he's right next to it, but he swam away from it. All right, well, that was mildly exciting. Just mildly, because it didn't happen, but kind of looked like a muskie to me. Suspended mark 4 feet off the bottom, and according to Panoptics, it was 3 feet long. And I'm no expert, but I don't think crappie get to be 3 feet long. Not sure though. I also hooked a tree. That might be a problem if we hook a fish. But yeah, just excited to be on Nebraska ice, not having to travel forever from home, and take what we can get. See what we can get. So far, nothing, but definitely fish down there. And we'll figure out a way to catch them eventually, I think. That's the hopes anyway. That's the hopes. I hooked something, but it's stuck in the tree. Damn it. Yeah, he's still on there, though. Oh, Jordan, he's giant. He's pulling line. The other fish are probably down there like, what the hell is happening? Their buddy is just getting slammed into a tree branch over and over. That sucks. Not my jigging Rap. No. My fish just swam away with my jigging Rap. Not the hottest start ever, but it is a start. Alright, tie on another jigging Rap and go from there. Alrighty, so new jigging Rap. Definitely not the same color. The other one was way more natural, but the water's so dirty in Nebraska that I don't think it really matters. But running into tree branches does matter, so I just drilled a hole off to the side here. Hopefully it steers clear of any branches, but basically just set up right on the edge of a brush pile and hoping there's some crappies that'll swim out and eat old jigging Rap. Definitely a lot of activity in this hole, but didn't seem to be worth the risk, given that I hooked one fish and it got snagged in a tree branch. I'm actually gonna try something. Let's drop a tungsten in the tree branch hole. Less hooks on it, so when you hook a fish, it'll probably be a little bit easier to get it out. That's a better bite. I don't think it's very big though. Eh, it's a crappie at least. Better than a bluegill. But switched over to the tungsten and I wasn't looking at my jigging Rap. Second I moved it though, it freaked out and dipped out, but maybe they're just not liking the bigger bait today, or at least the bigger, brighter, weird looking bait. But white crappie. Not super cool, but it's cool because yeah, it's Nebraska and we haven't done this yet. Hopefully eventually at some point, maybe possibly today, we figure out how to get something good. And I'd be fine with like a couple bluegills, but the main goal right now is definitely crappies. That looks like a crappie. Oh, shit. But yeah, we'll keep her rolling. I'm sure at some point we'll figure out how to catch something bigger eventually. Eventually. Alright, well, I might have to plug in one of Jordan's clips because I'm an idiot and wasn't recording. But basically, 12-inch crappie. Basically, I had a bigger mark kind of slowly going across the bottom. I thought it was a bass or something like that. But yeah, it ended up being a pretty big-ass crappie. Big, ugly green jigging wrap. And yeah, not a bad one. Let's measure her. I'm not going to eat her, but let's measure her. I might have to steal your clip, Jordan. Just so you can hear my excitement. I freaked out about Mr. Crappie. Dip our measuring tool in there. We have never caught a crappie this big out of this lake. We can tell you that for sure. All right, bud, I know. 12, pretty much on the dot. Not a bad one for Nebraska. Might not get any more like this today, but we're sure gonna try. Yeah, he kicked off. Quit being dramatic, bud. You weren't out very long. Well, sorry I wasn't recording. Probably I'll try to steal Jordan's clip, but if not, oh well. Just getting started. Got a crap. Obviously some bigger ones around. I could just tell on the Panoptics that was a bigger fish. Eventually I'll have to start probably recording on that, but I'm not very smart and my brain's small, and as of right now I can barely figure out how to record on my GoPro, so let's worry about one thing at a time, boys and girls. I had another one. Definitely not nearly as big though, but I had another one. Definitely taking some work today, bud. They're smart. You'd think they'd be dumber in a box of rocks considering nobody's fished for them for a long time, but maybe we need to give them more credit. Got that one. Crappie. I don't really have any bluegills in my hole, homie. Which I don't know if that's good or bad, but I haven't even seen anything that looks like a bluegill. Freshly born little crap. Take a picture for me for Instagram. Well, basically the consensus is it seems like there's one looking at my jigging wrap, first of all. Got him. For now. Well, whatever I was about to say just changed, but I was gonna say it seems like there's 6 inchers and 12 inchers. And it also seems like there's only white crappie in here. No blackies, which is kind of cool. Got a mark on him, maybe from a muskie, but I don't know, it's probably more like a 7 or something. But seems like there's kind of a couple different year classes. You got real big, or real big for here. 12 inches is real big in my book. And then you got real small, and I guess now you got schmedium, but hopefully we can find a few more of those 12s. The smaller ones seem pretty aggressive-ish, but they're still taking some work. But that bigger one literally sat and looked at my jigging wrap for like 45 seconds probably. A good damn while before it actually decided to eat, so I've just been kind of setting my jigging wrap off to the side, and if something swims up to it and looks at it, usually when I pick it up and start moving it, that's when they bite it. So good to have it in the water, totally legal. And so yeah, we're gonna do it. If that's a crappie, it's a giant. Look very interested though. Definitely under me. Not the big mark though. That is still a crap. I got the crappie tree. That one came flying out of the damn tree and smoked it. Why can't the big ones do that? That was my bad, but that's been sitting there for like 30 minutes. That gave me a heart attack. I was about to run to shore. We're going in! I'll go prop that up here in a second, but I got one looking at me. Maybe you should just put it in the sled. I still feel bad, but I feel less bad once it gets to the jigging wrap though. Smallest one yet, Jordan. I think it's actually kind of incredible that fish this small eat the jigging wrap. I used to love the Swedish nipples more than just about anything on planet Earth, and I still do. They're still okay, but for some reason I just like the jigging wrap a little bit better. It's heavier, gets to the bottom faster. Those tiny fish will still eat it, but I think it seems to get some bigger bites sometimes too. And I don't know, it's just kind of a different action. I know they've been around for a long time, but it seems like not a lot of people really use them. So especially fish around here don't see them very often. Not that they can see much anyway, because the water visibility is terrible, but I mean, yeah, you get what I'm saying. All right, well, I think I might switch holes here pretty soon. We got that one good one, and it's the only fish I didn't record, but mainly fish these size, so they're this size. Size the same size as this, these, those, who the hell knows, but do some bouncing. Lots of trees in this cove. I think we found about 5 or 6 trees, I believe. So there's no point sitting on the edge of one for too long. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, that's a better one. That's one of the bigger marks. Yep. It's weird, dude. The bigger marks are like coming like a few feet off to the side of the tree. The small ones are coming out of the tree. The big ones don't give a shit. They're just cruising. Jordan?
There you go.
You think he wanted that?
Yeah. You need the parts?
Maybe. I think I have some in my pocket though.
Are you using a waxy on that?
Yep, but I don't think it mattered on that one because it was like half a waxy. All right, not a tank, not a 12, but probably a 10. And yeah, I guess maybe I'm not moving. What the hell was I saying? I was saying I was gonna move? Who the hell would do that? I ain't moving nowhere. But it's weird, they kind of like it. Like if I'm jigging it, they won't really come look at it. If it's sitting still, they'll come look at it. And then the second I move it, they whack it. So it's like a constant jigging motion. Has not necessarily been the deal. It's kind of let them come in and look at it all bashfully and then move it and they freak out. So it's been probably a good thing that I'm running 2 poles at the same time. Got the 1-2 punch going. Most of the time I just do one at a time, but today I'm doing them both at the same time. I think I scared the bigger one when I hooked this one. Actually, he ain't bad for the tungsten. That's a pretty one. Missing the jigging wrap? Nope. Look at that. Tiny one on the jigging wrap, big one on the tungsten. Jordan, you can drill a hole over here if you want, homie. I literally have not even marked or caught a single bluegill out of this one. Another 9 or so. Not quite as big as the other 2 bigger ones that I'm calling big, but definitely an upgrade to the majority. I'm not sure how many I've shown you, but I've probably caught 15 craps in 30 minutes, and 13 of them were pretty pathetic. But they are white crappies. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, I'm gonna warm up my hands for a second, then we'll get back at it. We're slowly but surely figuring them out, Jordan. We're doing things. I like it. I'm excited. I'm wet. Well, actually, I don't want to be wet. I want to stay dry. It's cold. But you know what I mean. Figuratively, I'm wet. One's gonna come out of the tree. Watched him. Got another one looking at the jigging wrap. Caught in a transducer. How'd that happen? He got caught in that little thingy-majig. Oh, he didn't like it when I moved it that time. There's another one there, though. That ain't a terrible one. It ain't great, though. Or actually, it is a terrible one. It felt like it had some weight. I think I hooked him kind of weird. Yeah, kind of in the outside. There was 2 of them looking at it, though, and right when I wiggled it, the bigger one dipped, and this shithead ate it, but I guess we'll take him. I can't even take time to warm up my hands. That's how often we're catching them. And it's not like super cold today, but when you get wet and grab crappies, 15 degrees is pretty cold. My camera recording, or did it shut off again? No, we're good. I'm shutting it off now, though. I need a new battery before it does it again. Warm my hands up and go from there. Trying to warm my hands, but that grew up fast, Jordan. I didn't think it was big. Yeah. Left my jigging wrap down there and 3 fish moved in. They didn't look super huge, but this one's kind of ugly booger, but probably 11. Missing part of his gill plate. We won't measure him. He's not quite as big as the other one, but he's decent. 8-inch hole plus some. Actually, he might be 12 again. 11 and a half. All right, I'm going to try to start recording just so you can kind of see what's going on. But left side of the screen, we got a tree. Pretty big tree, as you can see. And then my jigging wrap is that little thing off to the right. There's kind of a smallish fish kind of even farther off to the right of my jigging wrap. And then this hole, I got my tungsten jig that falls literally right next to the tree. And a lot of them have just been coming out of the tree. Like you can see, there is one sitting right under that branch in the tree. But they've been a little harder to coax out of the tree. It's the ones that are kind of off to the right over by this jigging wrap that I'm bouncing right now that have been kind of just rolling in along the bottom, which to me is weird for bigger crappies. Most of the time when I catch bigger crappies, they're kind of high up in the water column, not slinking across the bottom like a catfish. But I'm going to record for a little bit, see if I can't get a couple more, and then maybe figure out something else to do. I don't know if we're going to find another lake that's frozen for a couple days, but I got one looking at each of my baits. They just keep switching off. You eat the jigging wrap? That didn't look like a bad one. Pretty big mark for a crap. But yeah, we're going to be definitely focusing on muskies here eventually because muskies are cool and things. That one just completely missed it. And then we might try to figure out a way how to catch bass here too. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of this place, but we're gonna be trying to do different things with it. Or maybe just do another crappie video? I don't know. This time of year, you just gotta kind of take what you can get. And what we're getting really ain't bad, so. Well, that one's kind of bad, but you know what I mean. Saw that crappie shoot down a little bit on the Panoptics. Really glad I got the Panoptics. It definitely helps. I wasn't quite sure of it when we were in Minnesota. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, but it's not really helping much. But it gives you so much more to look at. Like I can, on the left side where that tree is, I can see at least 3 fish under branches. And it's kind of cool just watching them swim out and eat it. You don't get that same visual on the Vexillars, even though I love my Vexillars too, and I think they are better in some instances. But I've literally sat in one hole with this thing, and part of it's because it's a heavy son bitch and I don't want to move it. But the other part is I always have something to look at. Like if a Vexillar was down in here, I wouldn't be seeing nearly as much. I probably would have switched holes about 10 times by now. And if I would have done that, I probably wouldn't have caught 12 inches because no offense to Jordan, but Jordan has not in fact caught a 12 incher. Has nothing to do with me being a more skilled angler. It has all to do with, I actually don't really know what it has to do with. Luck? Something like that, but keep it rolling, try to catch a couple more, and then might throw out some live bait on tip-ups. And by might, I mean we will. Oh, that's a better one. Oh, piss balls! That wasn't no 6-incher. Tungsten just ain't getting them hooked as good, or maybe I'm just not getting them. You can still see him swimming off to the right. That was definitely a bigger fish. Or maybe I'm just not hooking them as good, but Jig and Rap has so many damn hooks on it that a little bit harder to miss them on that, so I'd rather catch them on the jigger and Rap personally. But good to have both down there. As you've seen, they've both caught fish, both had their moments, but yeah, shouldn't be missing those. Alrighty, well, the tree is still there and there's still a couple smaller fish kind of mixed in, but I've probably caught about another 5 or 10 crappies and they're all tiny, so kind of giving up on crappies. We're gonna go for bigger fish, put on some bigger baits and do some bigger things, but that'll be for the next video and stuff and things. But putting out chubs and maybe bluegills and crappies because it's legal in Nebraska. Alrighty, well, for a first Nebraska ice, little panty fish sesh, few 12, 10, 11 inchers. Wasn't bad, way better than what we expected. Like I said, we fished here for a little bit yesterday, but I had to go pick up the daughter, piece of ice on the camera, and yeah, we got some smaller fish, but nothing crazy. Today was definitely a lot better for me. Jordan ended up catching some as well. He's gonna keep trying for the panty fish, even though they're kind of shutting off. But we're staying all day till it gets dark, so we'll catch some more of those too. But be sure to check out Jordan's channel. He's going to be doing a lot of ice fishing stuff, and he's helped me a lot over the years. So how many subscribers you got? 1100. Get Jordan like 1500 subscribers. Quit slacking, you lazy bastards, and go subscribe to his channel. And yeah, I'm sorry that was kind of mean, but you know I love you, so I can say things like that. But anyway, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Probably going to be seeing more of this place, as I already said, because for whatever reason, everywhere is like 1.5 inches, and this is like 4.5. Don't ask me why, and because I don't know, but we're pretty happy it's here, and we're happy we found somewhere to fish. So we're gonna make the most of it. We saw a lot of muskies yesterday on the live scope, and maybe one today right when we got here. So it's a long shot, but that's what we're gonna try next. So thanks for watching, really appreciate it. See you later and stuff and things. PAAA first ice Nebraska and things and stuff again. Bye bye. Yeah, it could just be the that's the crappie. Nobody move. That's more than the crappie. That's an 8-inch crappie, Jordan. Got him. On the freaking crappie, George. It's a muskie.